A Saturday. Very unexpected. Thought maybe we would see, a move here. Not one of this magnitude. Not a blockbuster deal that sends Mikhail Sergachev to the Utah Hockey Club. There's a beautiful thunderstorm going on right now in Tampa. Hopefully the thunder doesn't mess up the audio, but perfect backdrop for this, right? So there's no really fun way to spin this video. I could spin it positively, but fun? Yeah, there's not really a way. We're breaking up the Russian trio. Sergachev's gone. It's just Vasi and Kucherov now. It sucks. Tons of fun memories with those three. 7 years with Sergachev. Came here, 19 years old, green as hell, and what he turned into, beast. That offensive defenseman play style is something you can't just, you can't replicate it. His skating, his movement, puck skills, vision, passing ability, what he can bring to a power play. There's no fill-in for that. There just isn't. But the Lightning were in a tough situation, and as we've known these last few years now, cap space is not easy to come by, and ultimately, they did not do this because they don't like Sergachev's game. They did it because they were able to clear $8.5 million off of the books and pick up two good, one good prospect and then one young NHL player. We'll get into those two, and then some draft picks. You got to do what you got to do. Then there's the Tanner Jeannot trade, which is, at least for me, a little bit lost in all of this, just because Sergachev is just so much more of a prominent Lightning player, like I said, being here for 7 years. But Tanner Jeannot is gone. And for him, pick up a fourth and a second. We'll get more into that trade. It is something I've talked about on this channel. I made a whole video on just Tanner Jeannot and trading him, so I've given a lot of my opinion on that situation already, and this video is just more like, here it is, it happened. Alright, so here is the trade. The Utah Hockey Club gets Sergachev, and we receive Connor Geekie, a 20-year-old forward, former first-round pick, J.J. Moser, another young defenseman, 2 years younger than Sergachev. When you look at 24 years old, what Moser has done, and then 24 what Sergachev had done at that time, Sergachev definitely beats him out there, but then you add in a second and a seventh round pick on that, and there's your trade. And you might as well throw they might as well add their under that second round pick, 2025 second round pick, clears $8.5 million, because that's what this was. Sergachev was only in year 2 of, I believe, a 7 or 8 year deal. So that's $8.5 million cleared off the books for 5 or 6 more seasons, which is, it is a big deal. So let's first take a look at JJ here. 6'1", 173 pounds, 24 years old, as I said, spending his only 3 years with the Arizona Coyotes. Last year, 80 games played, 5 goals, 21 assists, 26 points overall. And you look at the year before that, 82 games played, 7 goals, 24 assists, 31 points. You see potential there, only 24 years old. Putting up those points from a defenseman is pretty good. I guess this is a shot technically, because I'm throwing his name out there, but just to give reference, Tanner Jeannot put up 14 points last season, and I believe 18 points the year before that. So as a 24-year-old defenseman, he's putting up more points than Tanner Jeannot. Yeah. So there's nothing to really be mad about here. This is one of 4 pieces we get back in the trade. 24-year-old defenseman, I'll take it. And he's putting up points like that this early in his career, I'll take it. So next we'll move on to the other player acquired in this trade, and that is Connor Geekie. So has not played in the NHL yet. He was drafted by the Arizona Coyotes, first round, 11th overall. So that's pretty That's high up there on the prospect to be giving up for the Arizona Coyotes, now Utah Hockey Club. So getting into his stats here, we'll look at these two here with the WHL, because about half the season he played with the Broncos, half the season he played with the Wild. So with the Broncos, 29 games played, 50 points, plus 30. And then with the Wild, 26 games played, 49 points, a plus 21. So I know it's the minors. I know the competition is not nearly what it is in the NHL. But just to give you a sense of what he's doing in the minors, a sense of the prospect that we're getting, he's averaging about 2 points a game. When you look at 26 games played, 20 goals, that's almost a goal a game, 29 assists, 49 points. It is a very nice prospect to get from that Utah Hockey Club out there, and I'm excited to see what he can turn into for us. Giving up your first-round pick from 2 years ago, it goes without being said, that's a big deal, and I feel like probably just because you see his name and it doesn't give any context when you talk about like images like this, people are probably just looking at that and being like, Connor Geekie, who's Connor Geekie? I'm letting you know now. It's a big deal. 20-year-old prospect, former first-round pick. That's the reason that this trade is able to go through. When you look at a guy like Sergachev, and then you add in Moser, which he's a young defenseman, nice prospect, can see some good growth from him, excited there. But then Connor Geekie, that's a big prospect to give up for the Utah Hockey Club. And then throwing in a second and a seventh, I don't think the return is, I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good return. I hate losing Sergachev. I do. But if it was going to happen, I'm okay with this return. All right, so now on to the Tanner Jeannot trade. The Lightning receive a second-round pick next year and this year's fourth-round pick for Tanner Jeannot. This was something I think we all had a feeling it was going to happen. The whole Tanner Jeannot thing, probably one of the worst trades in NHL history. It did not work out. And this is the Lightning just trying to make up for that miss. You give up a ton. It doesn't work out. The player just is not working. I don't think Tanner Jeannot's a bad player, but it's just not working with this team. He was a healthy scratch in the playoffs against the Panthers. You might as well just get something for that, you know what I'm saying? And they get a second and a fourth, which is not too bad. And because this is all about money, let's talk about the money, because Tanner Jeannot's contract looked at about $2.6 million, and when you add that plus $8.5 million from Sergachev, the Lightning cleared about $11 million in cap space today. That's a huge deal. That's a massive deal. So when looking at their projected cap space now, we're at $16.5 million. Now, if I have to predict, Stamkos will probably sign for about 6-ish. I think that would be a respectable deal. I did see that the Lightning tried to offer him $3 million a year over 8 seasons. If I was Stamkos, I would have ripped that contract up and threw it in the trash and said, try again. It looks like the Lightning are trying again, making these massive moves to clear up cap space, and then some. And then some. So you want to, let's say we minus $6.5 million. We just drop it to 10. The Lightning can go fishing for big fish. Which is weird. This is weird. That the Lightning can sign Stamkos now and have money to go big fish hunting. They can go for a guy like Jake Gensel. They can. They have the money to do it now. This is weird. Yesterday, I was like just grossed out seeing that the Lightning offered Stamkos $3 million over 8 years, but that's the money they had to work with. Today's a new day. And the Lightning have $16.5 million to work with to re-sign Stamkos, and then options are open. Off-season is going to be fun. It's already been busy, clearly. It's going to be fun. So I can't end this video without saying thank you to Mikhail Sergachev. 7 years, what a run. 2 Stanley Cups, all these playoff appearances, all of the block shots, just putting your body on the line. Insane recoveries from injuries. Just look at what he did last season. Team first guy, power play, goals, assists, the way he can skate. All of this. What a teammate. Irreplaceable. Irreplaceable player that will be missed in this community and by these fans. It sucks. But it's a business, and this is what the Lightning thought was the best thing to do. Only the future will be able to tell us if that is true or not from a hockey standpoint, but from just being a fan and fan of a player, Sergachev is one of the best out there, and the Utah Hockey Club is getting a special guy. Special person, special hockey player, special defenseman. There's no other way to put it. It sucks, but that's the way it goes. I'm excited for the guys we were able to bring in, looking at JJ and Connor, and then the guys we will use on these draft picks, because we got some much needed draft picks, and then what we'll be able to do in free agency with this. Sounds so weird saying this. With this financial freedom that the Lightning actually have right now. That is weird. That is weird. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment down below your thoughts on these 2 trades, especially that Sergachev trade, because that is blockbuster. That is blockbuster. Crazy. Not what I was expecting today, but it is what happened. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. Go Lightning. Y'all have a blessed one.